Since the dawn of arcade cabinets, video games have been inseparably united with the sensation of freedom. Just as kids in the 80s would leave school and head straight to the arcade, it's standard practice today to get home from work and start yelling at children in Valorant. While the ancient classics of arcade cabinets might have been simple, they were revolutionary in allowing the player to define the course of the game through only their own actions. Games like chess or baseball would inevitably favor a better player, but on the field of the hazy blue screen, everyone was given a fair opportunity to prove themselves. Well, until this sort of thing happened anyway. As the roots of video games started to break the concrete of the entertainment industry, players were only presented more variety in how they chose to tackle the challenges put in front of them. Now there were shortcuts, now you could sort of move in 3 dimensions, now you could actually move in 3 dimensions. As the rules of gameplay transitioned from do this to do whatever, players developed a compulsive understanding that the trademark of a better game was new ways to have fun. And just looking over some of gaming's recent successes, you can really see this idea in action. 2010, Red Dead, 2011, Skyrim, 2014, Shadow of Mordor, 2015, The Witcher, The Sims, GTA, Metal Gear Solid, Breath of the Wild, Elden Ring. With each groundbreaking release, games are increasingly giving players more options and less restrictions to create their own playstyles. In Breath of the Wild, you can literally just say screw you and walk straight from the tutorial to the final boss. People want that liberty, we don't want to get told what to do in our free time, and that's why this stuff is so successful. But for me personally, I know that some of my favorite games have a pretty set path from start to finish. But when I'm playing Hollow Knight, I'm not frothing at the mouth thinking about how much I'm gonna kick the broken vessel's ass. I'm thinking, ooh, this place is so cool. Whoa, that enemy is neato. Aw, sick, I found a thingy. The secret is to basically trick the player into feeling like they're forging their own path, letting them engage with the game at their own pace. Undertale, one of the most universally loved video games ever made, is literally just a straight shot from start to finish. What's the fun in that? Well, basically, the entirety of how Undertale plays out is completely up to you. The character interactions and combat encounters and ultimate conclusion are all dependent on your choices. It gives you a simple and clear objective to keep you moving forward, but what you do along the way is your call. There's a lot of ways that games can balance player choice with actual progression, but when that balance gets thrown off, it can really screw with the experience. Minecraft is the most successful video game ever made, and I'm sure you don't need an explanation why that is. But unless you've been living under a 10,000 pound cube of raw copper for the last couple of years, you probably know that players aren't awfully happy with the state of the game right now. When Minecraft came out, it was revolutionary for basically having no objectives. The game's just, hey, don't die, and however you choose to do that is just as valid as speedrunning the Ender Dragon in 20 minutes. Planning a farm, building a house, finding new resources, there's no one way to do any of these things, and they all contribute to the player's end goal of not getting game ended by Minecraft creepypasta death golem. But I think a lot of features from the last couple of years have lost sight of that. Where a basic game mechanic like planting a field offers endless opportunities for you to play your way, how about something like making a turtle helmet, which requires like 50 steps over a very specific time period and is virtually impossible to do without looking up a step-by-step guide. God, and even then. And you can apply this exact same thing to so many recent features. 2 of my friends just hate Minecraft's goats now because after looking up how to get goat horns, it still took them 3 hours to get 2. That's bullshit. Even the shittiest Minecraft player on planet Earth should not have to tear out their hair for 3 hours just to get a frickin' kazoo. Whew, but that's semantics. The base gameplay of Minecraft is still solid, but all this fresh complexity just serves to convolute a game that naturally thrives on its own simplicity. Anyway, if you don't mind, I got a funny story real fast. So have you ever heard of that Totally Accurate Battle Simulator game? I wanted it so bad like 4 years ago when I watched Jacksepticeye play it, and the other day I caught it on sale for like $5. And to its benefit, I definitely got what I expected. There's a careless novelty to watching the little dorks smack each other around with clubs, and hell if it's not good for some screenshots. But after you've watched a blue Gumby clock a red Gumby in the head a couple times, you've kind of seen most of what the game has to offer. I guess I was expecting that there would be stuff to do, which, I mean, that's on me in hindsight, but I'm a gamer. What am I gonna do, make thoughtful, conscious decisions about how I spend my time and money? Nah. It's a shame because there's a really fun game here, but it doesn't fly with these repetitive campaign encounters. Combine that with the least intuitive map creator on planet Earth and an in-game workshop page that's less flattering than sorting by new on Roblox, and I just don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry, but if I gotta search through a million maps called Hi and Merry Christmas, you filthy animal, to get the full experience of your game, I think I'm gonna go do literally anything else. Speaking of, when I look forward to all these new and upcoming VR games, I can't help but get pumped up imagining what sort of boundaries will break down as we really start to move past the tech demo stage of this stuff. Getting to throw away the limitations of keyboard controls to just do my thing the way I want to do it it's world shattering and so liberating. This crud is so cool and we've hardly even scratched the surface. Virtual reality tech is only going to get more accessible and more advanced, and I'm going to be here for it. And you're going to be here for it. And I guess I'm excited to see where video games can go from here. I hope you are too.